I have item 8, and I am going to call that ready with a question mark. Councilor Bay.
Thank you. I have items 9 through 11. All these items passed on committee. I'm not sure if any of my additional colleagues have any questions, particularly, I don't know if Councilor Allen or Boogie, you don't have any questions on your item?
No.
No other questions? I'll call those items in.
Councilor Green.
President, I have, start with item 12. I know I spoke to Jen Tiff, who I don't think's here, but I know we're waiting to hear back from Microsoft. I know they had preliminary discussions about setting a timeline for when we would know about which projects they're committing to, and I think we're expecting that in the next couple weeks. So I'll hold that one until we get an official word from that. Item 13 is the SU agreement. I haven't heard anything specific on it. My understanding is we're still negotiating that part of it. Is that still correct? Okay, so we'll hold that one. Item 14 passed through committee. This was on the agenda last time. This is the water cash capital accounts. Does anyone have any questions on that item? Okay. Item 15 was the waiver of the RFP for the redistricting. Any questions on that item?
Yeah, I still have questions on it. I'm a little bit confused as to, don't we have folks in-house that can do, like, I understand that, you know, the average citizen that was chosen is not capable maybe of using GIS, but I thought that we were going to try and use as much in-house work that we could rather than shop this out. And then I don't understand how we got to this group, that there's not somebody locally that we could use, or that we're not going to RFP it. I mean, who determined that this group was going to be who we used?
The commission of 15 people, Counselor, because we didn't give them a blueprint, and that's all they're going to give them is a blueprint. They're not going to draw the maps. And they will be using some of the city, but like they said, they're independent, and they want to stay as independent of the city as possible.
So then did this commission do an RFP and put out a request for you know, the
Yes.
map drawers? They did?
Yes. And if you like, you can call John Hamlin. He's the chair of the commission.
Okay.
But I'm sorry, I'm confused now. It says the mayor waived the RFP process. So they RFP'd it before the mayor waived the RFP process?
They had to go through the administration.
Thank you.
Okay, was it waived or not? Was the RFP process waived?
I would say there was no RFP process. We're waiving the competitive process because of timing and because of the nature of the task. And there are groups that do this, so there are groups that then our committee recommends that we use, and given the timing and the, I guess, like specialty of the task, we're waiving the process to give them the work. And yeah.
I guess I'm struggling to wrap my head around the idea of this, like the specialty of the task. I mean, it's, you know.
We knew we weren't going to come out with $0. We knew that. We knew that there was going to be some money attached to this.
No, and that's not what I'm arguing, because I was fine with the transfer of funds into this to do it. I understand that. I guess my issue is just the fact that we're waiving an RFP process and just selecting this group, and, you know, that there wasn't a more transparent process. I mean, look, Madam President, you like myself usually do fight for this, saying, why wasn't this RFP? Aren't there other groups? I just have a hard time wrapping my head around the fact that we didn't do that, and that there isn't, you know, another local organization or another group or company or business that's, you know, that's not.
I think there was 3 of them, Counselor, and I think this one came in with the lowest bid. But if you talk to John Hamlin, give him a call, and he'll be able to explain to you the process that they went through before they presented this.
Yeah. Okay.
And I can give you his contact.
All right. Thank you.
Any other questions on this item? Item 16 is to appropriate funds for ARPA money, relation to Cherry Road Technologies. Any questions on this? Item 17 is also a companion with it. Okay, item 18 is appropriation of funds for the Onondaga Historical Association. Any questions on that? And then item 19 is an IMA with the county for processing our mail. Any questions there? Okay, thank you, Madam President.
Thank you, Madam President. I have items 20 through 32. 20 is an agreement for parking spaces. I don't know if there are any questions on that item. Okay, hearing none, I'm going to call that ready. The next is with an energy consultant for the school district for 3 years with a 2-year or a 2 one-year extent renewals. Are there any questions on that item? Okay, hearing none. Call that ready. Okay. The Regional Planning Development Board proposal for the Stormwater Coalition staff to participate with that. Is there any questions on that one? Hearing none, I'm going to call that ready. Okay. Is there someone, I believe it's engineering, to speak on the East Colvin Street paving project?
Good afternoon, councilors. Mary Robison, city engineer. Item 23 through 25 is a new TIP project we are initiating. So I'm asking for a bond ordinance, an agreement with New York State DOT, and project authorization for the preliminary design of East Colvin Street milling and paving from Comstock Ave to City Line. 80% federal funds, 15% Marchicelli, and 5% local. And the preliminary engineering is $256,000.
Okay. Are there any questions from my colleagues on those items? Okay, I'm going to call 3 of those ready. Then the next few, I think it's, what is it, 26 to 28? Those are all-
26 through 28 is a similar type of project, new TIP project, East Brighton Ave, milling and paving from Thurber Street to East Seneca Turnpike. This is for also preliminary engineering, $426,000, 80% federal reimbursement, 15% Marchicelli, 5% local. Just lost my train of thought. So we're asking for bonding agreement with New York State DOT and project authorization.
Are there any questions on those items? All right, hearing none, I'll call those ready.
29 through 31 is our third new TIP project. This is our pedestrian safety action plan. This is a phase 2 project. We're currently finishing the design of our phase 1 project. So this is a phase 2 project to do the remaining controlled intersections, improve safety crosswalks. This is full design services, $319,000. It's 90% reimbursement from federal funds and 5.6% Marchicelli. And the total design is not to exceed $319,000.
Are there any questions on those items? Hearing none, I'll call that ready. Those ready. Okay. All right, and the last item is revocable permission for 444 East Genesee Street to construct, operate a trench drain, dry well, and drive aisle. Is that engineering or is that?
That's engineering, yes.
Are there any questions on that item?
I don't have any questions on that item, but I do have a question relative to like the safety action plans. I know I reached out to, I think, Corey and maybe Sharon about Colvin Hill. Did we come up with a plan for that yet as far as the kids being able to cross the street from Syracuse Latin on Colvin? Some of the parents were looking for crosswalks or something just to make it a little safer.
Yes, Counselor, and I owe you an update on that. We do have some progress that we're still working through, so I'll share an update with you on that.
Okay, all right, thanks.
Thank you.
Okay, so I'm gonna call 32 ready, but before we move on to the next, I have DPW-related questions and concerns. So the first is the slurry sealing that occurred recently. It's come to my attention that it's not just, it was in the first district and area that was done, only part of the street was done. They did half the street, and clearly coming back, they ran out, and it was, poorly done. But I understand that also happened in several east side neighborhoods as well. I'm hoping to get an update about, where we're at with that, if they're coming back to finish it. It's a little concerning, because we're so late in the season. And then along with that, with the, we're late in the season, I've gotten calls, questions, concerns about the road recon that's being done now. I understand that we're trying to get as much of it done as we could, but, I have concern, and just from a basic understanding of it, I mean, are we gonna have to come back and revisit whether it's the streets that are downtown, or right now today, Sedgwick Drive is being done, and I got calls from neighbors about, concern of, it's cold. I mean, we try and get a lot of this work done in summer months. The concern about it getting done, that it won't last, that there'll be issues, cracks, whatever it may be. So I'd like, I have concerns about it. I'd like to be updated. I mean, is that something that we're looking into? Is that something, I want to be able to call constituents back and put them at ease and have a better understanding, but, I've got concerns about it as well.
Sure. I mean, I can say so we can provide an update on the slurry seal. On the road recon, obviously I'll defer to the experts, but just say that, although the temperatures are cold, the roads aren't yet so cold that we don't think it's going to take, but I will get a more detailed update that I can provide you, Counselor.
Okay. All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, Madam President, all my items are ready. Thank you.
Thank you, President Hudson. I have items 33 and 34. They both went through committee, and unless there's any questions from my colleagues, I'll call them both ready. On 33, Commissioner, this program will be offered at all our centers, correct? Seals, Wilson? Sure they are. Okay, thank you. Sure. Commissioner?
The yoga, because I know at some point you switched up the different teachers that you would bring into the different facilities. Are you doing that now, or are you just using certain people?
So it's not that we switched staff, it's that we had staff retirements and staff take promotions.
Not staff, the teachers that did the classes.
I'm sorry, I missed the question.
The instructors.
You're asking if we switched instructors?
Yeah, because I know at some point you used to have different instructors to teach the yoga classes.
So I don't know specifics on the instructors for this one. I can get you that answer by Monday.
Okay, and then on 34, so you're gonna get a 2-year contract on many.
It's a 1-year contract with 2 1-year renewals. This is just another vending, the little ice cream Dippin' Dots essentially, at our ice rinks and other locations, and we will get 25% of the monthly sales.
So it's gonna be, there's a lot of folks out here doing vending.
Yes.
So how did you come with this particular one?
This vendor approached us about vending in Clinton Square. There's no cost to us. I didn't personally, we didn't look into any other mini melts. It's a vending machine. I don't have any further information on that. I apologize. I can get you want to know if we looked at other vendors to see if they would provide more revenue to us? Okay.
It's sort of a unique operation, it being a vending machine for ice rink, obviously.
We do pretty well with our vending. I mean, you're inside
I'm not
but you're inside a heated building, so I understand. You're saying cold ice cream with a cold rink. Is that what you mean?
No, I'm just saying a vending machine that produces something like these mini melt things. I looked at the brochure, and it seems like it's sort of a unique operation.
Oh, yes.
He's being complimentary.
Okay.
It's difficult to understand.
I know.
It rarely happens.
Totally out of character for me, I know. Commissioner.
Sir, thank you. Would you like more information on other companies out there, though, that have this
No,
exact vending?
I'm just looking for diversity, because I know quite a few people that have vending machines and slushes and mini melts and stuff like that.
Diversity of product or diversity of the ownership of the?
Diversity of the ownership.
Okay. Okay, we will look into that. Thank you.
So I'll call them already, per the commissioner getting you that information, President.
Thank you. Councilor Majok.
Madam President, I have item 35. It is a funding for firefighter software to help keep the emergency information. Anyone with questions? No, that's it. It's ready, Madam President. Thank you.
Thank you. And with that, I need a motion
I saw it.
to. I left you, I'm sorry. Councilor.
All right, I have items 36 and 37. I wasn't here last week at the committee meeting, but being that these items are on, I would assume that everybody is in agreement to moving these. Are there any questions or comments? We're actually all set. We don't have any questions. Did you want to add any comments?
I would like just to add, I'm Jeff Harrop with the zoning office. With respect to the 2384 James Street encroachment, I'm not intimately familiar with the encroachment application itself, but I did review the special permit application that included the masonry repair, and it seems to me the 9 feet might be a typographical error and may in fact be more like 9 inches, but I would just offer that to you for verification.
Okay, so what you can do is verify it, and then you can update that with John, and it could be corrected for the book on Monday.
Sure.
Okay? All right, thank you. Thanks. You're welcome.
So did I? All right. Motion to adjourn. Second.
Second.
Have a good, see, I could have got in trouble so. 15 minutes.